Dodgers punched their ticket, so did another team over the American League. We'll check out this AL East matchup. The Orioles facing the Red Sox. John Lackey, as Boston was 1 win away from clinching a playoff berth. He was working on a no-hitter. 6th inning, Orioles trailing 3-0. It's Manny Machado flat to right. No through 6.
And one thing for the Orioles, Manny Machado is his OPS in September, 516, hitting 185, 2 home runs. For the Orioles to make it to the wild card, he needs to pick it up.
That's concerning. 7th inning, Chris Davis leading off, grounding to the shift to the right side, so no hitter still intact.
You know, the big thing for me with Lackey, he's able to maintain that velocity from start to finish as far as not only a game is concerned, but this season has gone on.
Then there's Adam Jones. It's a car in the parking lot.
I used to call that Manny Land. Manny. I mean, he lived there.
He's Manny East right now. He's one of the elite players in the game of baseball, Adam Jones.
Adam Jones, 32 home runs. And Lackey's still in the game of the 9th. They'll get Jones to fly out. John Lackey goes the distance. 1 earned, 2 hits, 8 Ks. The Red Sox win at 3-1. They're going back to the playoffs. First time since 2009 for Lackey. 3rd career complete game with 2 or fewer hits allowed. His first since 2008. And he said there's still some unfinished business.
We're coming down to the end here. We need to win a couple games, get this thing wrapped up, and hopefully, I'll be partying here pretty soon.
Our main goal, try to get in and win the division and win the World Series. So, we'll celebrate when we win the division.
We still feel like the next step is a more important one than this. We know that we're in, but we've said a few times that winning the East that's been a stated goal since day 1 of spring training. That's getting closer, and I think that will be probably a little bit more the realization of where we've come from and where we are at that moment.
What a difference a year makes for the Red Sox, guys. This time last year, the team was 14 games under 500 and eliminated from playoff contention. This year, the first American League team to clinch a playoff spot. Red Sox magic number down to 1 to clinch that AL East. Who is most responsible, Alex, for this turnaround on this ball club?
GM Ben Cherington. Since August 25th, the Dodgers turned around their season last year, that same day, and the Red Sox did too. Also, that trade with the Blue Jays, he wanted his man. He wanted John Farrell there. He got him. He pulled a trade for him. He got he's the man that he really wanted. After that, he extends David Ortiz. He signs Victorino, Gomes, and Napoli. All of a sudden, this team in the clubhouse is great. All the beers, whatever, it's great with them. Also, the extension to Dustin Pedroia. He recognized that Petey is the man. He's the captain of this team. And since all these moves, you add it up, and now they're on the way to win the AL East.
For me, it's John Farrell. I agree with you. Ben Cherington hit the reset button, and he got everything back in order, but it started with John Farrell. And the one word I think of is prepared. John Farrell is prepared as any manager in the game of baseball. And he went to that starting rotation and said, you need to be even more prepared than I am. You look at what has happened this year. The starting rotation leads the American League in innings pitched. With all of the injuries they've had to their bullpen, the bullpen has still been able to stay strong because the starters have done their job. Lackey's in terrific shape. Lester and Buchholz all of a sudden back in top form. Cherington, of course, again, added Jake Peavy. The next thing you know, they've got a chance to win, and with Buchholz being healthy, I think they can go deep into the postseason.
Red Sox and Dodgers are in the playoffs. The best race right now going over the National League is in that Central. Cardinals entering Thursday.
It's been that way for weeks.
The Pittsburgh Pirates, the Reds 2.5 back. The Reds were off, looking forward to a huge series with the Bucs that begins on Friday. As for Pittsburgh, they're hosting the Padres, a team that's been giving them fits this whole series. Bottom of 4, tied at 1. Pedro Alvarez, 34 home runs, tied for the most in the National League.
But only his 2nd home run in September, and they got 2 huge series coming up with the Reds. And they need Pedro Alvarez to start swinging the bat again.
2 batters later, Tony Sanchez on first, Jordy Mercer RBI double. He'll go to 3rd, in fact, Sanchez. Later that inning, 2 on, 2 outs, is Jose Tabata. Will hit the double to right. Sanchez and Mercer score. Pirates up 4-1.
It's been amazing to me this year how resilient the Pittsburgh Pirates have been. Everybody talks about them fading again, and this is going to happen, that's going to happen. That was a tough loss they had last night. They showed no side effects from that thing, coming out playing well today.
Neil Walker taking Kennedy deep to right, 2-1 home run, his 11th of the year. Pirates up 6-1.
2 seasons in a row they struggle after the All-Star break. They learned from that one, and now we talk about got Russell Martin behind the plate. He helped this team out a lot.
Chris Norcia popping up in foul territory. How about Sanchez? Unbelievable catch. Going over head over heels.
No, and that's in enemy territory right there. You're not going to get a lot of help. He can do that. Catchers are tough, man. That's not going to bother him.
Pirates the win, snapping a 3-game losing streak, and Garrett Cole, career-high 12 strikeouts. He is 3-0, a 1.38 ERA in 4 September starts. The rookie coming up huge. Hey, Garrett, what was the approach?
You know, we just went out there and attacked it like we would any other day. We capitalized on some pitches to hit, and, you know, fortunately, Tony was, you know, brought his A-game back there and called a great game.
I mean, we got the young bucks as a battery, Garrett Cole and I. And, you know, everyone knows we've been struggling these past few games. We should have taken more than one game. You know, I went to bed last night looking forward to riding the ship. I had a good guy on the mound to do that.
It would have been more fun to win all 4, but that's, you know, it's just the game of baseball. It's just the way it goes. And we gotta come back ready to play tomorrow. We got a tough series this weekend, and we gotta do what we can to win.
Garrett Cole definitely hitting his stride right now, Rick.
There's no question about that. The team had lost 3 straight. We talked about the tough loss they had last night, but Garrett Cole today did what aces do. He came out from the very beginning, as this Pittsburgh Pirates staff does. They established the fastball, particularly in. But what's most impressive to me about Cole, take a look at the velocity in his last inning. He had the same kind of velocity from beginning to end. That is the one thing that I've seen this whole staff do. They love to establish that fastball in. They're going to do it right away as a team. And the next thing you know, Alex, you can make a few mistakes every now and then once you've got their attention.
Well, even though Cole won his first 4 career starts in June, he struck out just over 4 batters per 9 innings. After striking out 12 on Thursday, he's now averaging more than 11 Ks per 9 in September. That's 5th best in the bigs.
Okay, that career high of 12 strikeouts, that will change probably before this season is over.
All right. So you just saw from how the Red Sox have clinched. So you got the Dodgers and the Red Sox, automatic ins. And then what's been the most interesting race going on, and that's been happening for some 6 weeks now, as they swap places back and forth in the National League Central. Hey, welcome to Talk Radio version of the OMSR. I am your host, Will, the alternative ESPN Sports Thrill. Coming to you from the man cave with the vaulted ceilings. Sorry if the echo is a bit much on the feedback side. I'm looking at my cameraman here. Why are we over? Oh, right. They're remodeling over there. Correct. Okay, just a reminder, the OMSR is a show. We abide by what's called the DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act. It covers a fair use standard, minimal use, and derivatives. So this being a pro bono sports show, absolutely. All video highlights courtesy to ESPN and MLB. Everything else to the OMSR. All right, let's get back to baseball. Now, I think I've done a pretty good job this year as opposed to last year and in Gen .0, of which none of that exists anymore. Instead of like waiting for the playoffs to kick in, which is when, frankly, most people start paying attention to baseball, this year I thought, you know, a couple times a week, we'll show the steady progression and the evolution of why it is, because frankly the playoffs and MLB postseason are just a little bit off from the other sports leagues. You know, you've got divisional series to the championship series, but there's 3 divisions in each league. It just doesn't seem to add up to me, and I may be sounding like a dumbass right now. I'm going to wait and withhold comment until I get more info as to how the playoffs break down. But that's always been kind of fascinating to me. And as far as Pittsburgh goes, you know, and I'm talking to a lot of my subs out there. You've subbed for that very reason, in the sense of the OMSR has covered baseball off and on pretty regularly throughout the year. And, you know, I called it, I don't know, going back 2 months ago. But Pittsburgh was looking good. Since, and I always want to say Kirby Puckett, and I said this many, many shows ago, Pittsburgh was the marquee headliner team. And Kirby Puckett is Minnesota Twins. I know this. The other dude who was at Pittsburgh, like, you know, 85, 86, 88, that time frame I'm thinking of. So it's been a while in the coming, and between them and the Reds and St. Louis are swapping back and forth. Yeah, it looks like who ends up last there is stuck with the wild card plan. Again, like I was saying before, the way the playoffs shape up in MLB. It's just like baseball is, you know, quite a bit different in the way it's played. Obviously, every sport's that way. I'm making a, you know, very generalized statement, but it can be kind of a head scratcher at times. All right, thanks for watching. Reminding you, sports and alcohol, they are joined at the hip. No silly DUIs while you're out there. Later days and more signature plays.